Well, good morning, everybody. The cold snap did return in Vermont, and morel season is still on. And I just wanted to go over some basics for all of you that haven't picked these before. You know, I highly recommend finding an app called Go Picture This for mushrooms. Okay, very, very simple to download, and you can take a snapshot just in case you're not sure. Like I said, morels don't have a cap. It just goes right from the stalk right to the crown. In early May, there's a false morel that's more like a blob and doesn't have any stalk, and it doesn't really look anything, but that's the first thing you'll see, and it usually is coming up when the fiddleheads are coming up. And so in general, the black and the blonde morel are the ones you're going to see the most from May 10th to June 10th, okay, depending on where you live. Now, these things grow from the state of Washington to the state of Maine, okay, and they go as far south as into the Virginias, maybe even North Carolina. What they grow on is a dying root of different kinds of trees, wherever you may happen to live. Out in Washington and Oregon, they come up after a forest fire. And believe it or not, a lot of the forest fires in Oregon and Washington are set by mushroom pickers. It's a huge business out there, has been for years. On national forests, guys go up and just drop a match, and next year they can come back and pick morels. But in here in the east, we don't have that, obviously, and they can be found in, you know, growing around the root systems of elm, ash, apple, sometimes butternut. In the Midwest, cottonwood is a very common tree. They find them around. So anyways, there's got to be a dead root on a tree, and the tree could be alive or it could be partially dead. Usually if they're totally dead and the branches are falling off, you're not going to find a morel. But anyways, moisture is key. If we don't have a rainy spring, you're not going to find many morels. They won't sprout, they won't germinate if we don't have rain. This spring, 2026, has just been a perfect year for moisture and temperature wise. If you have too much moisture though, you have too many slugs, and slugs can actually topple these things. They get up inside and eat from the inside out and tip them over before they even get ripe or ready. So it takes, you know, 7 to 10 days for the mushroom to come up and then turn into a giant like this. This is, you know, 8-9 inches long, and it was probably sprouted, like I said, 8-9 days ago, and was just a little cap about this big. So don't rush your season. These things really stand out at a distance in the forest, and they like the shade, you know, the sun, direct sun. They dry up quick, so a shady, moist, hardwood forest is your best bet for looking at these. And I found them in the river bottoms, in sand flats, all the way up to the, you know, 1,500 feet in the mountains like I am right now. You know, that's about 1,600 feet is about the highest I find them. After that, the soils tend to get bad and or shallower, and that's where I look. So stay tuned. There's more coming. And bring your bug dope if you do. This is always bug season when you're picking morels. And to start off a good, you know, foraging season, I got some wild leeks. I'm going to show you a recipe that I use when I stuff these big ones with some scrambled eggs, some wild leeks, and some peppers and stuff here shortly. Part of the series on the morel mushroom. Again, thanks for following us. Stay tuned. We'll have some more coming up here shortly.